All right, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.
Check the stream in a minute. Make sure we good. Come on, man. It's stuck in my head, brother. Gotta step in my head. Serious. Hmm. Uh, which one we in? Young Lions. Sound like which kind? Young Lions. Change the audio right quick. So, change the. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
It's the brothers from Great Millstone, New Orleans, coming at you another live camp. Party getting started. We're gonna give all praises, glory, and infinite honors. Until Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors once again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth and rule well. And peace, blessings, and salutations be to the hopefully elect, as well as those that believe in the gospel and may endure to the end, Lord willing. All right. And we're gonna get into a lesson, just based off of some news, this week, some controversy, that's going on in the world. All right. And we're gonna deal with it through the scriptures, man. All right, because ultimately you Jakes, right? And I'm speaking of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're not ready for what's getting ready to happen here in America, man. All right. A lot of you people are outraged about a particular verdict concerning, Jake and what perceives to be an Edomite, all right, or whatnot. And at this point, if you don't understand the prophecies, and if you don't understand that the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai ultimately has to be the one to raise us up, all right, has to be the one to put that spirit on us, and get us out of this comatose, this sleep state, that you jakes are in, then you won't ever understand why these things keep happening. All right. But ultimately it's gonna get to a point to where the Lord is gonna put the spirit upon, these different jakes, all right, and things are gonna start happening, all right, here in the streets of Babylon the Great, man. All right, chaos is gonna start ensuing. There's gonna be race wars here, man. All right. There's gonna be people of one race fighting against another. Okay. And that's the times that we waiting on, man. All right, that's gonna kick things into a higher gear. All right, concerning our salvation in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right. Now, brother, just start me off with that Genesis 49, please. Bible the shot.
This is Genesis 49 and verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp.
Mm-hmm.
From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he crouches as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
Right, and that says, as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Okay, and Judah is a lion whelp from the prey. Thou art gone up. He stooped down as a couch lion. All right, which this represents a lion being in a what? You know how basically when they eat, right, they go into a state of slumber. All right, they just chilling. They sleep. They just totally couched out. They're not worried about the prey. All right, they're not worried about hyenas, whatever that come and attack them. They just chilling. Right. This represents Judah, the so-called Negroes here in America. That's the head tribe of the 12th, man. Okay. So when you're a leader, all right, when the head tribe is just at a total comatose sleep state for the mass majority of you so-called Negroes out there, and everybody's just out here sleeping, all right, dead, or what they call it, the walking dead, man. What do you think the other tribes, the spirit that the other tribes are going to be in? The same way. Just ain't nothing worried, they ain't worried about nothing but partying and bullshit, man. All right. But the question was in the end of verse 9, it says, as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? All right. And the answer to that question is Yahweh by Shem Yahushai putting a spirit on Jake, to rouse them up for these different verdicts when these different things happen, right? With the outrage of, it's been countless times, just like year after year at this point. They have the names written on the wall, Trayvon Martin, or and so on and so forth, right? But the reason that you people can't act like you want because the Lord ain't put the spirit on you yet, all right? But for you other nations and you Edomites out there, oh man, just wait, you know, just wait and see. Okay, give me Isaiah 19. You want to make a point?
No, I had a precept about
Give me Isaiah 19 real quick.
This is Isaiah 19 and verse 17. And it says, and the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt.
Select it, brother. Start at 16.
Verse 16,
Mm-hmm.
it says, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women.
Right. In that day, speaking of what day? All right. This whole chapter in Isaiah is a prophetic chapter, man. All right. It goes into the end of Babylon. All right. Which Egypt is just symbolic for America. Right. Give me that in Exodus where it says, what Egypt mean. Exodus, I think 20 and 2, real quick. All right. Because all America is the modern day Egypt. Right. It's nothing, it's just nothing but bondage. It's nothing but slavery here. All right. Go ahead.
This is Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Right, out of the house of bondage, man. All right. So that's all Egypt. The name Egypt is symbolic for a house of bondage. All right. And here in America, it's the chief city of bondage, man. Okay. So when you go into the prophetic chapter of Isaiah, the 19th chapter, it's telling you that Egypt is the house of bondage, which the modern day house of bondage is who? America, man. You see? So go ahead, brother.
And it says, and it shall be of and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts.
Right. It shall be afraid, okay, in fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, man. All right. The power of heaven's armies. When he puts the spirit on these different people, all right, to start causing mayhem in the streets, man. All right. That's why Egypt is gonna be like unto women. You're gonna see people screaming, hollering, like brother said, man, we hear Keisha before we see him, man.
Mhm.
And that's what most women too, because the Edomites done followed suit.
Mhm.
You can hear they no flavor having ass cackling down the street too, man. Go ahead.
And it started with basically the so-called feminism,
Yeah,
and that movement,
yeah.
right? Because I believe the verse prior said he mingled a perverse
A
spirit
perverse spirit there. Yep.
within that, and a lot of the men are already effeminate, but to a certain extent.
Read it. Read it. Jump to 14 and you could jump back down.
Okay.
Because that's on point, brother. The Lord put that spirit here in Babylon. All right. The Lord put that spirit here in America, all right, which is known as it says in Revelation 18, spiritually Sodom and Egypt, man. He mingled the perverse spirit here, right? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 14, it says, the Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof.
Mm-hmm.
They have Salakia, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof.
All right, they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, man. So there's nothing right, all right? Nothing that's done the right way here in America. All right, this land is sown after wickedness, man, which is why it ultimately got to be uprooted. You see? Go ahead, brother. You could jump back down to 17. If I want to point and get you brother's precept.
And it says, and the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt.
Right. And this go and start back again with who? The head tribe. All right. The land of Judah is going to be a terror unto Egypt. Right. Now, how is the land of Judah going to be a terror unto Egypt? You have to understand that Judah represents a people before a place, just like Jerusalem. You see? So the people of Judah, all right, you so-called Negroes are going to be a terror into the land of Egypt, man. All right, which is America. You see, this is a prophecy that has to be fulfilled. If I pan the camera around, you will see these, 500, $600,000 houses, right? You're gonna have Judah running all up through there, man. Being a terror into this land. You see? Go ahead.
Right. And it's, basically, also a representation, of the prophets, man.
Mm-hmm.
The prophets giving Esau hell, man. He's catching hell, man, with his word, man. Like the scripture say, he just consumed, right, by the spirit of the Lord's mouth, which are the prophets, man.
Yep. Keep going.
Come. And it says, everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he have determined against it.
And right, and how are they hearing the counsel of Yahweh? Like the brother just said, through the prophets, through the men of the Lord. You see, that's why I tell you in Wisdom of Solomon, the fifth chapter. You see, when they brother might have to get that. When I'm gonna butcher it. Please just get it, Bible shot. Go ahead with your precept though. You're gonna come back to it. That one you had?
This is Zechariah 12 and verse 7. It says, the Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah.
Mm-hmm. You can speak on it.
So, like the scripture say, man, the Lord's going to come back and wake up what? The chief tribe of the nation of Israel, man, which is the tribe of Judah. Okay, and that's what you see. You see a lot of so-called Negroes woke up teaching the word and truth, right? Breaking down the scriptures and prophecy, right? And then all the other tribes are slowly start to come in and follow suit.
Yeah, yeah. And that's why I said, through oh my God, the name escapes me. Damn, brother, Micah, was it Micah? When they say I'll send you Elijah the prophet before the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Malachi. Khan. In which the Lord started with who? Abba Bivens, man. You know, a so-called Negro, all right, raising up the tents of Judah first. You see, that's why you see a lot of Southern Kingdom brothers in positions of leadership. A lot of apostles. Elder brothers. And then what? The other tribes follow. Not saying that they don't have different brothers. That's of the Northern Kingdom. All right, you gotta have a filter, right? Have an understanding on what I'm saying. You see, the head tribe is going to be raised first, man. You see. But that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Got that Wisdom of Solomon. One of y'all.
I got it.
Go ahead.
5.
Yep.
Wisdom of Solomon 5, verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors.
Mm-hmm.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear
Mm-hmm.
and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for.
Now read that point again in Isaiah 19, because it says right here that when they saw it, they were troubled. All right, they were troubled with a terrible fear. Why? Because they see the prophets, the true men of the Lord, back out on the highways and hedges, man, prophesying the downfall and the destruction of this place. All right, and ever since the men of the Lord appeared on the scene, hey man, this place has been in a downward spiral, man. Brothers waking up across the globe. You see? Go ahead, brother. Just read that last little point again about the counsel of the Lord.
All right. It says, because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he have. I'll start up a little bit. It says, everyone that maketh mention thereof
Right.
shall be afraid in himself.
So who are those guys over there? What are they doing? What are they preaching about? We go on a block on Canal Street. Hey man, Obama said some wild shit. But hey, we don't miss going out there. I'm gonna say it like that. We don't miss going out there. You got people looking at you like they've never seen a goddamn human being before. Why? Because when they saw it, it was terrible fear that fell upon them. They didn't know how to receive it. We done seen Edomites out there, wanna got their woman restraining them and shit, because they want to get at Jake, man. They don't know how to obsess figure out what's going on without their feelings coming apart, because they see what's going on. They see the great awakening, man. All right. They see the Lord's men coming back into play. Go ahead.
Yeah, because this is not what they look for.
Exactly.
This is the beginning of
The
what
end.
I just read,
Mhm.
right? The end, right? Bro, for Israelites to be coming together in unity in one mind, one doctrine, prophesying against the same place where we was trodden down, destroyed through slavery, and still on down to this day. How do you think the enemy is gonna look at that?
Right.
You can't just accept that, bro. Nobody can just accept that.
Yeah. That's why brother said what we are doing week in, week out, we are committing treason.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Speaking and preaching on the downfall of the kingdom of the king.
Mm-hmm.
We cursing the goddamn king out,
We
man.
enemies of the state.
We enemies of the state, man. All right. All for the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai,
Yep.
But Jake don't understand what they're involved in. They don't understand what's going on. That's why I say it's something bigger than just a goddamn verdict in the case, man.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about real race wars here in America, man. But give me that in a second. Matter of fact, you got it already? You holding something?
Yeah.
Bring yours out. You got something?
Yeah, I got something.
Let y'all get y'all precepts. We're gonna get that second address, man. You know, because Jake don't understand what's coming here to the a street near you, man. Whether you in the slums, the projects, whether you in the whatever ward you want to be from, all right. These people are coming for you, and they showed you that shit during the times of Katrina, where you had Blackwater troops coming over here, man. And we in that time of the year again too. You know, hurricane season. You know, if you don't, if you're not from down here, you don't really understand what that entails. We talking about days, weeks with no power, you know, and shit get real. It get real messy down here, man. You know, but Jake don't think about that, right? We coming into a time where it's gonna get messier than ever, you know. But go ahead, brother.
Con, this is Zechariah 9 and verse. Can I go one verse up?
Do you think?
Con, verse 12. It says, "Turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I render double unto thee." Right. And so, like we started off with the lesson, was basically, going into what, the so-called Israelites, you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indian, man, woman, and child, to do what? To wake up, because you're the prisoners of the stronghold, man.
Yeah.
Right. You're the one that's like in Genesis 49. Yet it says Judah is at the neck of their enemies. You're behind enemy lines, Jake. Right. And like the brother said, it's gonna get real messy real soon, man.
Yeah, and especially because you don't understand or know who your actual enemy is, man.
Mhm.
You niggas is still trying to get in bed with the so-called white man. You still trying to make the rap career. You still trying to make the basketball, football, whatever it may be. You niggas is still trying that shit, man. Get rich or die trying. Instead of turning into the Lord, you turning on the Esau, man.
Mhm.
You see? And hey, man, you gonna answer for that too when he come down with that sword. You know. Go ahead, finish it out, brother.
Time. This is verse 13. It says, "When I have bent Judah for me, and filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece,
Yeah.
and made thee as the sword of a mighty man." Right. So the Lord is going to what, man? Raise up the basically the Israelites, right? Okay. And like the brothers going into, man, they're gonna be a terror unto Egypt. Okay. There's gonna be real life so-called race wars out here, man. That the sons of Zion will be against the sons of Greece, you so-called Edomites, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, we ain't gonna be with you niggas either, man. You know, y'all go ahead and fight against Esau. You know, we gonna wait on your house shot. You know, they got ants right there.
Yeah, that's great.
Check them other bags, brother. Should be good. You know, bring your piece up out there.
Come, this is Ecclesiastes 3, starting at verse 1. To everything there is a season.
To everything, get it in the NLT, right? Because there's a time, it's a purpose, it's a season for everything under the sun, man. All right, it's a time for to be chilling. You know, it's a time for to put your feet up and relax. The couch has a lion, but we're not living in those times, man. You know, go ahead, brother.
Come. And a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Want me to go down from 2 to 9?
Read it out. Yeah, get what you want, brother.
A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. And I brought that first one out because we down there in that time where a lot of Israelites are about to die.
About to get plucked up.
All right. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up.
Mm-hmm.
And we're watching the breakdown of Esau kingdom and the build up of our own. And it's about to be a time to kill for a lot of people, man. But the Lord gonna have to allow those spirits created for men to do their job.
Yeah.
I'll just go down to 8, finish it off. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. And peace is over with.
Yeah.
This is war. Spiritually, it's about to be physically as well.
Jake, but they don't understand that peace has to come through war, man. All right. And that's what the fuck I'm talking about, man. Jake wanna ride the bike on the lakefront, chill. Hey man, you 55, man. You know? What you doing?
The enemy getting ready for war. And you think it's time to play.
And that's why I said to everything, there's a time and purpose, man. It ain't time to just be maxing out and relaxing, man. It's time to be girding up your loins. And as it says in Job 38, man, it's and back it up with First Peter 1. To gird up the loins of your mind. To gird up means to fasten something, to tighten up, man.
Tighten up.
It's a time of war that we in. You don't see what what the so-called ruler of Babylon is doing? He's stirring up war, man. All right. He collecting data, all right, on you American citizens, man. All right, storing them up and giving all the information to Palantir, man. You know? But you people don't understand what's going on. You know, some of these Edomites in the know, they understand what's going on, but you Jace, man, hey, as it says, like a thief in the night, you know? Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I always be saying that, bro. Like, bro, them Edomites, they ready.
Mhm.
I deal with them, you know, the job, what I do, I deal with them kind of like every day.
Yeah.
Man, when I tell you, brother, they stacking up on like artillery.
Yeah.
I'm talking about ammo crates, what it called when you keep the guns in it, the gun boxes or whatever like
Gun
that.
crates.
The gun crates. I was just talking recently. This had to be like last week. I was talking to one Edomite. I stopped to get gas, and we were just, just chopping it up about some shit.
Shit
And
happens.
I mean, but we was talking, and we just got on that topic a little bit, and he was just talking about how he just had got like a massive gun crate, like crazy big, to what he had to get like a damn near $200 hand truck or something, like a specialized one, to even tow.
Wheeler shit.
Yeah. But all them getting ready, bro. All the spirit is in the air, bro. It's in the air. You got it.
Yeah, back around 2020, one of these Edomites I used to work with, you know, basically was, I don't know how we got on the topic, of talking about, race wars and we was actually having a conversation, some understanding about some shit. All right. And he was basically saying how his neighborhood that he lived in, he talked to Tom across the street, he talked to Jerry next door, he talked to Richard on his left, and then he go walk down the street and talk to Andy. And all them motherfuckers is ready, man.
Yeah.
They all, like this brother saying, they all got ammo crates, they loaded up. Motherfuckers got, I know Edomites with grenades and shit, man. You know? Flashbangs. You see? But y'all said, oh, y'all want justice and shit though, right? Y'all not ready for what's coming, man. You know, we can speak boldly and say that. Why? Because we believe the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is on our side, right? But as far as you 2/3 in America, hey man, the Lord don't got nothing for you. You see?
I always deal with that with them with the ammo crates or whatever like that. But you know what Jay be getting, bro?
Bullshit.
Mattresses,
TVs. Yeah.
Bro, I never seen not one Jay get something like that since I've been doing, what I do for work or whatever like that. Not one time, bro. You go in these neighborhoods with these Edomites, these different neighborhoods, man, they look at you so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, bro, they had one like he like was like, what you doing here?
Yeah.
I clearly have on you know what I'm
uniform,
doing.
yeah.
Like he like, bro, what you doing here? Like what's going on? What you here for?
Right.
But the spirit in the air, bro.
Yeah.
It's about that time.
It's about that time.
I got a precept.
You got that second address?
Come.
Oh, bring a precept out first.
Come. This is Psalms. Yeah. Oh, damn, I was way past it. Yeah, Psalms 119 and
126.
120. I went to 26. I'm all over the place.
I know you're right.
Yeah, Psalms 119 and 126. It is time for thee, Lord Yahweh, to work, for they have made void thy law. Yeah, so it's time for the Lord to work.
Yeah.
And part of him working is stirring up all this controversy, the beginning of these race wars, division amongst all the people, all the nations, especially in America, man. That's how he gonna get ready to work. It's brewing. You got it.
Yeah. It's brewing. Hey man, and like I said earlier, you people don't understand what it's gonna actually take for you to go out there and do something about it, right? We talking about you look at the videos of what happened with Rodney King riots. Hey man, the Lord getting ready to make that shit look like a walk in the park,
It's
man.
only gonna get worse.
You know,
bro.
and then it's only gonna get worse from there. When you factor in all of these troops that's already here, all right, with these foreign nationals, man. All right, you got all kinds of IDF soldiers here, right? You got what was that? About 2-3 years ago, you had nothing but when Sleepy Joe was in office, you had nothing but military aged men coming across the border. Wasn't no families, right? Wasn't no little children, wasn't no women. It's just straight men, 30-old, 40-old men just coming across the border. You even had that one dude that said, you don't know who I am now, but in the future, you're gonna know. You see? These are hey man, shit getting ready to pop off, man. I'm telling you. You think what they say, never let a good crisis go to waste, you know? But grab that Romans, hold on that from Revelation 12 and 12.
I got this.
Give me that Romans 13. Read the Revelation first. We're gonna get that, and then matter of fact, let's get the second edges first. Get that out the way. Because I want you to get Psalm 17 and 13 after that.
This is a second Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. All right, woe, death and destruction.
Yeah.
For the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another,
Mm-hmm.
and swords in their hands.
Right, and it says one people, all right, one type of people, one class of people. Matter of fact, give me a Mark 3 and 26 and read it in the NLT. All right. It says one people shall stand up and fight against another. Meaning who? You might have white versus black. You might have so-called white versus black. You might have Asian, you know, getting in there. You know, you gonna have Elam in there, Ishmael, you know. Like you say, this is a great melting pot here. You have all kinds of nations here, man. Right? But what thing is gonna happen? Those people are gonna stick together. You know, Jake ain't gonna stick together, man. Right? But go ahead, brother.
Mark 3 and 26. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but hath an end.
What kind of American are you in that movie Civil War? What kind of American are you? You actually gonna have Edomites clashing with each other because of what they believe in. Oh, I'm a right wing. Oh, you a left. Oh, you goddamn liberal. You know? Are you a MAGA? You MAGA? You know? These are the type of things that's gonna be going on, man. You see? What kind of American are you? You're gonna have Edomites clashing with each other. You're gonna have Jake clashing against Jake, man. You know? But go ahead, brother.
Second Esdras 15 and 15. For the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
And what's the modern day sword? The AR, the AK, the Glock.
Yep.
All right. They're gonna stand up and they're gonna bang it out, man. They say in America the average shootout runs about 15 to 25 seconds. When you go to Mexico, go your ass down there to Colombia, Sinaloa, all right? Well, they tell you the fucking gun battles last for hours, man, right? You just hear nothing but bullets flying for 30 minutes straight. That's the times that we coming into. Like the brother said, these people are stockpiling up on weapons, man. You know? They actually gonna fight against these different foreign troops that's over here in the shores of America. All right, because that's another aspect that you gotta add to, you know, Jacob's trouble. That's why the scriptures tell you it's a time like never before, man. You know, this whore is getting ready to be penetrated by these other nations too. You see? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a time like never before because, bro, everything you think can go wrong is gonna go wrong. And then it's gonna be amplified.
Yeah.
All the things you're not even expecting to go wrong, it's gonna go wrong.
Yeah.
You just gonna be calling it off. You ain't gonna have. That's why only the men of the Lord is gonna be made known in that day who the chosen is.
Yep.
Because the only way you're gonna be able to survive is if you serve the Lord. That's it.
Yeah.
If the Lord protecting you,
Yeah.
He gonna be the only way out. Cause you ain't gonna have no other options to go here, or do this, or do that. The only protection we gonna need divine protection in that day.
That's it.
That's the only thing gonna be able to deliver us.
That's it. Yeah, and that's the only way that you will be saved.
Yep.
Is when you go into that Jeremiah 30, it says for the day is at hand, but he shall be saved out of
Yep.
it. Who's the he? He's the elect, all right? The man that's been storing up those spiritual treasures, putting in the work for the Lord, man. You know, being sincere, believing, okay, having their faith battle tested, enduring afflictions. You see, those are the ones that are having the true names of the Lord, man. The righteous run into it and are safe, man.
Yeah.
You see? But as for the others, woe unto you, man.
Yeah.
You know, keep going in that, bro.
Con.
You can stop at
It's
you can read through 19.
Con.
You gotta get that meat off the bone.
Con. Yeah, 2 Ezra 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another.
Mhm.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right. So in that day, you gonna what's that movie? When they was trying to kill your girl.
I'm talking about Bushwick?
No, Bushwick is a good one. I thought about that earlier when that brother was saying, you know, it's only gonna get worse and worse and worse. Because in Bushwick, shit just got worse and worse and worse, you know. But no, man, the other one, when they was trying to kill, it's like the presidents when they get the free day to kill people.
Oh, the purge.
Yeah, which one that was when she was trying to anarchy when they was trying to kill a chick and she was like running for she was a politician or some shit.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know if it was one of them.
It was anarchy. Yeah, so hey man, go watch the Purge Anarchy, and we gonna watch it play out in real life, man.
Mhm.
You go watch that, and hey man, give it a month or two. All right,
Yeah.
you know, give it some months, man, and you gonna watch it play out in real life. Cause your mayors, your senators, your politicians, all right, your governors, okay, your House of Representatives. Hey man, people got your names on a goddamn bulletin board, man, with your face next to it. Whether you know that or not, you stirring up all these controversy. Like down here a couple weeks ago, they had with the governor down here doing a rezoning thing. You know, you got liberal Edomites, right, with their names plastered on the wall somewhere, man. You know, because they're in support of a different party. Okay. Well, these people are gonna seek the lives. That happened with the ex-mayor down here, man. She was out eating at a restaurant. Y'all brothers remember that? And you had an Edomite going there, and he was trying to, hey man, he was trying to take her the goddamn head off, man. Damn. If it wasn't for her security, you see? But they shall not regard their kings nor their princes, man. All right? That's what we getting ready to see, man. You see? But Jake don't understand that your mind hasn't went that far out, man. The furthest your mind went out to was, hey man, trying to let me get a 7. About to go to the store and give me some backwoods, you know? Bullshit, man. Worried about these hoes, man. He's ran through holes, you know?
No substance. Jake don't got no substance about himself, bro, at all.
They haven't girded up their loins at all, brother. Their mind is just so far gone. That's why the Lord just about to give them a hard reset, man. You know?
Hey, the Lord about to show him what he think about.
Yes.
He about to show him what he think about.
Yes, brother. Hey, man, I love that. I love that right there, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, man, y'all about to see what the Lord really think about.
Mhm.
Hey, they about to see what the Lord wrote about,
He
too.
wrote about.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah, we know them words come to life.
They gonna come to life for sure. Go ahead, brother.
Con, this is second Esdras 15 and 16.
Mm-hmm.
For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes,
Mm-hmm.
and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right. The course of the action is gonna stand in their power, man. All right. So a man's gonna do whatever he desires to do in that day.
Yep.
If he won't go, hey man, he been watching this particular neighbor across the street, 2 houses down, for 3 years, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he gonna go in there and he gonna take what he see fit. The course of his actions gonna stand in his power, man.
Yep.
Why? Because the days are evil. It's gonna be bad times, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Lawlessness,
man.
Let's pull no 911, nobody to call on. It's just gonna be you and the people out. Hey, them Skeletors gonna come out.
Yeah.
It's a lot of crazy, people. They're gonna have their way in that day.
Yep. A lot of people getting ready to see what other people really think about.
Yeah.
You know?
Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Yeah, men are going to be afraid. That's how bad these times are going to be. It's going to be so bad that they're going to have to close intersections, close certain cities, lock them down, man.
Completely.
All right? They're going to close them down. You know? It's not just going to be a walk in the park, right? Jake think they just, I'm going to just go run to the woods. You don't think they got that covered? You know? No, man, the Lord got to be with you, man.
That's it.
That's the only, hey, we done figured that out. That's the only way we're going to escape Jacob's trouble is if the Lord is with us, man. That's the only way we're going to be saved out of it. Divine intervention, you know? But,
I had, you wanted 19?
nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Got that Isaiah 19 and 2.
Give me that Revelation 12. What you,
Yeah.
what's 19 and 2? I got you holding something, though, right?
I know.
I didn't tell you hold nothing? Romans?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me Revelation 12 and 12 real quick.
Con, this is Revelation 12 and verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
Right. The physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, who is Esau Edom, okay, is going to come down unto you having great wrath. Why? Because he knows, he understands that this is the end of his rulership. So he going to pull out all the stops, all the big guns, all right, the do, you know, he's going to pull all the shit out, man. We pulling it out right now. What the weather shit is? The harp, you know? Hey, man, hey, Esau pulling out all the stops, man. This is his last hoorah, his last go round. So he gonna do whatever he see fit. All right. Why? Because we understand that he's the minister of the sword of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. You see? He was blessed. Give me that Genesis 27. Through the reincarnation, we understand and perceive that Isaac, all right, is the same spirit of Yahushai, right? So if Yahushai, as Isaac, blessed him with the sword, he's gonna come back and take the sword from him, man. You see? Oh, God. All right, tripping. Yeah. Give me that Romans 13. Just hold it on deck, brother.
Romans 13
and 1.
13 and 1. Come.
Yeah.
This Romans chapter 13 and verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of Yahweh. The powers that be.
It says, Salakia, it says, for there is no power but of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. So all the spirits that's on the planet Earth, they are subject to the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Yes, he's controlling the good and the evil. Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, brother.
Come.
Listen me some more, bro.
The powers that be ordained of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Whosoever therefore resisted the power, resisted the ordinance of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua.
So like I said, he's coming down with great wrath, right? So when you resisting his great wrath, what you think gonna happen? He gonna show you what he think about, man. You know? Go ahead, brother.
Come. And they that resisted shall receive to themselves damnation.
Come on, keep going, bro.
Come. Verse 3. For rulers are not terror to good works.
So rulers are not a terror unto the good works, right? Go ahead.
But to the evil.
But to the evildoers, man. The eyes of the Lord are upon a sinful kingdom. You see? The angels been having reports for decades, man. Go ahead.
Come. Wilt thou not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have peace, have praise of the same.
Right. And the men of the Lord are the ones that's doing that which is good. Right? Doing the will of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. It tells you in Ecclesiastes 12 and 13 that this is the whole duty of man. Fear the Most High, keep his commandments. It's simple. His commandments are not grievous, right? So you have to understand that the elect men are going to be the ones that are doing the things that are good, that's pleasing unto Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, man. All right? But let's see what the other side of the coin is. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 4. For he is the minister of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, to thee for good.
Give me that word, minister. Go ahead, bro.
But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid.
Right. And the mass majority, all right, of you heathen, okay, and especially you 2/3 here in America,
13.
all right, you are not afraid of doing evil, man. You stand proud. You boasting doing your wickedness, man. You see? Go ahead, brother.
Come. Be for he beareth not the sword.
Read that top part again. Where it
Come.
say be afraid. That little line right there.
Come. But if thou do that which is evil,
You got
be
anything?
afraid.
Who executes the commandments.
Go ahead. Bring that. Hold on. Read that part where it say the minister. Start at the top. Full on the top.
This Romans
Get that
13 and 4. For he is the minister of Yahweh by Shema Shai to thee for good.
Mm-hmm.
But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid.
Right.
For
Get
he
that word.
oh,
Hold on. Now give me that word, minister.
Con, it's that word minister in a blue letter Bible, the outline of biblical usage. Let me see what the words say.
Strong's G 1249. Diakonos. Diakonos.
Con, it says one who executes the commands of another, especially of a master, a servant, attendant, minister, the servant of a king. What else is got in here? Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Read it again, now, Bible show.
Con. It says one who executes the commands of another, especially of a master, a servant, attendant, minister, the servant of a king.
The servant of a king. So we understand that Yahweh Shai has the keys right now, right? We understand that he's the king of the earth, you know? But it says he does what? Executes the commandments.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you got Esau on the left-hand side executing the commandments of punishing the wicked, man. You see? Go ahead, brother. Now read that full from the top.
come. Romans 13 and 4.
Looking for my bag.
For he is a minister to God to thee for good.
Mm-hmm.
But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid.
Right. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid. And like I said earlier, the mass majority of you it's shit. Everybody here in America is just committed to doing evil, man. Evildoers, man.
Come.
That's why the scriptures tell you, who shall stand up for me against the evildoers, man? You know? Go ahead, brother.
Come.
I don't think I got my light, bro.
For he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of Yahweh, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil.
She said he buried not the sword in vain. So he ain't just, walking around just holding the sword like, hey, if you do something, I'm gonna hit you with my sword. You know that, right? No. When the Lord tell him, hey man, hit the switch on the sword, what he do? He come down with great wrath, man. You know? Fuck was that?
Some kind of beetle.
God damn.
Yeah.
Read that part of damn. Boy, it threw me out. Read that part again.
For he beareth not the sword in vain,
Mm-hmm.
for he is the minister of Yahweh, by Shema Hawashai, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil.
Right. He execute the wrath of the Lord, man. That's why when they tell you, you got a word?
Yeah, I was gonna get this word, minister.
Con. That's
Right.
why I tell you that rejoice ye that dwell in the heavens and in the earth, because the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So he's coming to execute the wrath of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? And that's gonna be here in America, and that's gonna be to you other nations as well. Okay? Through what we know as what? Operation Mads. All right. When these nukes start to go off, hey man, America gonna get their shit off too, man. Assured targets that they have, man. Go ahead with your word, brother.
And I'm actually gonna get this other word that went into the prior verse, which was ordinance. Because we know that the word, minister just means servant, right? And that'll bug a lot of Jake's out. Jake could be like, well, how can Esau serve the Lord? He's serving him for what his purpose is,
That's his
and
purpose.
to be the sword,
Yeah.
right?
Read it. We're gonna get that Genesis next too. Go ahead, brother.
Kind of. Now you got this is the real quick, the word ordinance, right? Because it tells you that it was decreed by the Lord, right? It says an authoritative direction, decree, or command, right? And in the prior verses, it tells you what, man, if you go against this ordinance, right? This decree, this command from Yahweh Shem Shai, what's gonna happen to you, man? You basically gonna be destroyed, man. You're gonna be put to death, right? And as a consequence of that, within the scriptures, man. You know, of men that was told by prophets to not do this. Do not do this because the
Mhm.
Lord has set these men up in power to rule for X amount of time, and they go and do it anyway and die.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. That's it. You got
Yeah,
more?
that's it. Yeah.
That was it in there, right?
Come on.
Let's get that Genesis. Baba Gashar.
Yeah, this is Genesis 27. I start at 26. It says, and his father Isaac said unto him, come near now and kiss me, my son.
Mhm.
And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment and blessed him, and said, see, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field which the Lord had blessed. Therefore, Yahweh Shem Yahushai give thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine. It says, what?
It'd be like 30 or something.
Yeah, I got it. I had got
30, 38.
30, 38 count.
Yeah.
Yeah, this the point 38. It said, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live,
Mm-hmm.
and shall serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Right. And the main point that I wanted to get in that was what? That when Isaac blessed Esau, all right, which is the patriarch of the Edomites, the so-called white people, okay, he blessed him with what? The sword, man.
Yep.
And he said, thou shalt live by it
He lived.
and serve thy brother. Who is thy brother? Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. So that hasn't changed, man. All right. And like I said earlier, and we believe through the spirit, Isaac to be who? Yahushua, right? Now, when he comes back, he's going to do what? Take the sword from him, man.
Yep.
All right, that's enough. Damn. Damn. Fucking shit. Go ahead, brother. That was it.
Yeah, that was
Give me Psalm 17.
Good.
It would get you, brother.
It's Psalm 17 and verse 13. It says, arise, O Lord, disappoint them, cast them down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Right. The wicked. The wicked. Okay. Pursuing the what? Malachi 1 and 4, man. When you understand the scriptures, you have to understand that there's three classifications, all right, of men. There's the sons of the wicked, which represents the so-called Edomites. The so-called white people. Who are the Edomites? You have the sons of men, who represents the heathen nations. Okay, and then you have the sons of God, right, which represents who? Israel, Yasharada, he Prince Power. You see? So it says, arise, Lord, and disappoint him. Cast him down from the sword of the wicked, man. Read it again, Bible Gashar. I just butchered that.
Psalm 17:13, it says, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked,
Which
which
is
is
thy
thy sword.
sword. Right. And so it's telling you that the Edomites, it backs up the chapter in Romans 13, that the Edomites are the ones who bear who are the whooping stick, all right, the tool that the Lord uses to punish the other nations, man. That's why this devil has a track record of nothing but rape, rob, and murder. Okay, because why? On the left hand side, the Lord just used him to whoop the nations, man. Use him to whoop his own people. You see?
Yeah, it said in the that I just read in the Genesis 27, he gave him the fatness of the earth
Mm-hmm.
and the dew of heaven, and it said, by thy sword shalt thou live.
Yeah.
Because that go together,
Yep.
right? You got he gained all of that through using the sword,
Yeah.
through living by the sword,
Yep.
right? I'm talking about rape, rob, murder, the entire planet. Every nation of people, this devil got a track record of straight violence on a whole nother level.
That's it, brother.
That's why I say the blood it pursue
Oh, get it. Get
the
it.
logic. And these what Ezekiel 35,
Hallelujah.
done.
Get it.
And the scripture saying in Proverbs it say he drank violence,
Yeah.
right? It's a
Yep.
delicacy to him, to shed blood.
Wear it as a garment.
Yep.
Mhm.
He all about and it's fitting because he read. Yeah, so That's not far fetched. But this is I'm gonna just get it.
Yeah, Proverbs 4:17.
This is Ezekiel
You got something?
35 and about 3.
Should be 5.
5. Yeah. Ezekiel 35 and 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in a time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood.
Right, because all you did when in your rule, your reign on the planet Earth, all right, was have a taste. All right, you just had to go and man, I need to go find some blood.
Blood, man.
You know, that's all. That's all they wanted to do. Cause violence, man. Right. Read that Proverbs real quick. You gonna get that, bro?
Proverbs 4 and
That's what you
17.
quoted right there.
For they eat the bread of wickedness and they drink the wine of violence.
Yeah. And who is that describing? You so-called Edomites, man. All right. Start up one actually.
16.
Yeah. Bible Gashah.
This Proverbs 4 and 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
Right. So these devils can't even sleep unless they cause something to fall, man. You can't tell me that ain't wicked. You gotta find some way to make somebody stumble so that they commit iniquity, especially the children of Israel. You've conspired against us with all nations, man. You couldn't sleep for weeks to come up with that shit. You know?
We the big fish.
Yeah.
That was the story of Judah. So
Hmm?
Judah, with that Judah 4, when they talked about how to take us down, about they know if we sin, the Lord not gonna be with us.
Oh, yeah.
That was that counsel.
They know when we have one with our power, there's nothing that they can do against us. But while they keep causing us to err and go off, right, they can keep us further and further away. Which is why they see us standing on terrible, that when they see us standing up now, they have that terrible fear dawned upon them. It's like, damn, them niggas, this goddamn niggas still got it. You know?
We did everything in our power to hide it from them.
The apostles got that testimony. How did y'all find this out? You know? Go ahead, make your point, bro.
Oh, yeah, to back you up. Like he said, they did everything to hide it, but they also did everything to keep us in sin.
Yeah.
Think about it, man. You can't. When I found out that it had pork and toothpaste, I was just flabbergasted. Like, in the toothpaste? Is it that serious?
Yeah.
That's how serious it is, because the Lord said we not supposed to touch it. So they done thought up all kind of new ways to make us sin and go off to keep us from our power.
Yeah.
You got it out.
Yeah. That's why I say read 17 again.
Done.
You know?
Proverbs 4 and 17. For they eat the bread of wickedness and they drink the wine of violence.
Yeah. They eat the bread of wickedness and they drink the wine of violence. Why? So they can cause something to fall, man. Cause something to stumble, man. And then they go and do what? They go and tell. Hey, you see what your people over there doing? You know? Fucking, they the real niggas, man. Go ahead, brother. What you got?
This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse start at 48, and it says, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose countenance thou shalt not understand. Right. And this is basically going into what, man? It's going into Esau, Edom, man. The Lord sending the Edomites against you tribes, man. Right. And we see that symbolically right now in today's time, right? We have the so-called $1 bill, okay, that has that eagle on the back of it. And right now, it's posted in what? The courthouses, right? And all around, man. It's in the federal buildings, basically showing you who he is, man, in the spirit. But the people miss it, man, because they don't understand the scriptures.
Right.
You know?
You got more in there, right? You want to jump up?
They got yeah, that's pretty much it on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said something.
I got another precept.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, you go, sir.
Oh, Con, this is Revelation 11 and verse 11. And it says, and after 3 days and a half,
Right.
the spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. So yeah, man. What are we talking about here? We're talking about the Israelites waking up, right? You so-called the 1/3, the elect, you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indian, man, woman, and child, man. And what did it say, man? It said great fear fell upon them that saw them, man. Okay, so these people are what? They're terrified, right? We coming out, right? We woke up to our nationality, our heritage, all the things they try to hide from us, okay? And now they just fooled, they're bamboozled, they're spooked, right? Because they know that the fall of their kingdom is now, man.
Yeah. I read that again because it mentioned something about 3 days and a half.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead, brother.
This is Revelation 11:11. It says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them.
Right. And that goes into the time of, slavery, hardcore slavery, up, up into the T until, Abba Bivens came on the scene, man. Jake went through Jim Crow, right? All of these segregation laws and these different things, hardcore slavery, right? So it took a time period, for because these devils only been in power, what, roughly 500 years, roughly. It's some change around, for the 15th century or the 14th, 15th century, 1490s, going into the 1500s, right? And they had us in their hands very shortly after that. You see, sold us into slavery, had us on auctioning blocks, right? All in a period from what 350 to 400 years, man. All right. But after this is a prophecy that's been fulfilled that after these times, what it say?
It says, and they stood upon their feet, right? It says the spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet.
Oh, after the 350 years part, bro.
Yeah, that it says, I'm gonna read it from the top.
Yeah.
And it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them.
Right. The spirit, all right. Give me that word spirit, which you don't gotta get it, but it goes into what? The breath of life back in Genesis, man. Right? The Lord closing up the sinews, we might have to get that in Ezekiel the 37th chapter, but understanding that what the Lord opening us up back to our true nationality, okay, understanding who we truly are. That's a spirit entering back into us, man. But maximum, a lot of jakes, they the spirit ain't never entered back into them, man. They just totally going. Go ahead.
Right. I was just gonna say, in Revelation, I believe it's the 18th chapter, it tells you that they held the souls of men, man. Which means that they have what, man? They took the identity from the nation of Israel, man, and try to hide it.
Yep.
Right. And like the brothers are going into, they've done basically the Lord's will. They've done a good job with doing it. But now, after that 3 days and a half, we're waking up to who we are, man. The scriptures tell you that basically all the things, all the ways of Esau, everything that he's ever did is going to be searched out and sought up. Okay, this is one of those things, man. You want me to read the last part of that?
Yeah, it's finished.
And it says, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Yeah. And that goes back into that wisdom of Solomon in the 5th chapter. Them seeing us stand up in these times is like, oh shit, we at the end now.
It's crazy, bro.
What your boy said in Avengers, we in the end game now. And that's it. You understand? Hey, it ain't no coming back after this.
Yeah. Hey, why it's so astonishing also is because, bro, a nation of people is not supposed to recover after that.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you look at that, it's impossible. But we know that nothing is impossible with the Lord. He ain't gonna forsake us. So that was the only way this was able to even happen. Because the power of the Lord, all glory go to the Lord. But just looking at it from a mortal perspective, a nation of people not supposed to come back from this, bro.
Can't, brother.
How?
If this was if any other nation been through what we've been through as a people, they'd be totally cooked, brother.
Finished.
Totally done. I'm talking about no ifs, ands, or buts about it, brother. It would be no way that they could survive in the slums, the ghettos, the projects, all these different psyops, psychological operations, all these different experiments that these devils done put on hell on our people, put us through, man. These other nations would have never bounced back from that, man. You know, that's why we know it's the spirit and power of the Lord, man. That's why I said Habakkuk 1:5 that I'm a work in your day. You know, though it be told yet unto you, ye ain't gonna believe it, right? So when Edris saw these visions of us being, downtrodden in this state, hey man, he rent his head, man. You know, who is that? Who is that was throwing up? That was Jeremiah.
Yeah, he poured his liver upon earth.
He poured his liver upon earth when he saw the visions of the future prophecies of our people, man. How the hell we gonna come back from that? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. That's the answer. You know, brother, give me 2nd Ezra 6:27, man. Go ahead and make your point, bro.
Oh, back
You got something?
You got to think about how Israel was back then with Jeremiah seen that. We weren't in this state that we in now with bad bitches, weak-spirited niggas, punks and slacky, gay men and all that rule Israel. We was men that was standing on our feet. So, man, to see your people then and in the future how the Lord would destroy them, man, I look at our people today, and when I see it, man, it disgusts me.
Yeah.
How they is just learning of the things of past. So imagine somebody who was actually living during it, but had to see the people that's now, especially how Jake is totally destroyed.
And during the time of Jeremiah, we was just one captivity off, from that was the Babylonian captivity, right? So that was a captivity off from King Solomon. So we know and understand, that of course it was a generation or two, right? We understand that, but Jake wasn't a far off from their previous glory, man. You know, that's why Jeremiah he pouring up his liver on the earth, seeing that shit, man. And Jeremiah back the day, you know. But go ahead, brother. You had a precept?
No.
You had a word, right?
Yeah,
Go
this
ahead.
I got that
the
second.
word divine intervention. Yeah, it says refers to a supernatural event with a deity where a deity becomes actively involved in human affairs.
Mhm.
It often implies that a god has chosen to intervene in a specific identifiable situation to change, preserve, or end it, frequently altering the natural course of events in the process.
Give me Psalms 91.
So, like your brothers were saying, what if this would have happened to any other nation? They would have been destroyed, right? Because at the end of that, it says that God, right, which is ultimately Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, would do what? He would intervene, right? He would and it gets specific. It says Salakia. It says an identifiable situation to change, preserve, or end it, and that's what the Lord is doing, man. He's changed and altered our situation. He has preserved us, Lord willing, unto salvation. We be of the elect, right? And end it, man, right? Which is to bring down Esau, Edom, right? His society as we know it today.
Yeah. And that's beautiful. That's exactly what like the brother said, he couldn't have said it no better. That's exactly what the Lord is doing. He's changed it. Those men that slated, the men, women, and children that slated for salvation, he's changed them. And he's gonna do what? In the times of trouble, preserve them. And then ultimately he just gonna end the captivity, man. So with that, but go ahead, bring that out, bro.
This 2nd Ezra 6:27. For evil shall be put out,
Mhm.
and deceit shall be quenched.
Yeah, we seeing evil be put out now. When the prophets rose on the scene, cursing out you other nations, cursing out Jake. Hey man, I got cursed out, man. I got it said in Hebrews 4:12, the word of the Most High is quicker and sharp, more powerful than any two-edged sword, man. I was cut down to the flesh. But as a brother always bring a precept out, the blueness of the wound cleanses away evil, man. All right. That's what made me be proactive. Like, all right, I'm going to the camp. I'm going out there. And I'm going to stand out there. And I'm going to serve the Lord. Why? Because evil we saw something clicked in your brain and said, man, evil being put out. The seed is being quenched, man. And read the rest. Because it's gonna come full circle.
Verse 28. As for fate, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome.
Right. We saw brothers. Hey man, I saw brothers' fate just flourishing, man, out there on the highways and byways, man. I'm sitting at home chilling. I'm about to put it on the big TV. And Jake get on the TV talking about, hey man, you sitting at fucking home chilling.
Yep.
We out here in the goddamn elements going to war, man. You know? Why? We saw faith flourishing, man. Okay, go ahead, brother.
It says, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome,
Yep.
and the truth, which had been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
Right, and and the truth has been declared, man. All right, the spirit bear witness that we are the children of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right, we are the princes of the earth. Okay, we are the rightful heirs to the throne. You see, the truth has been declared, man. All right, and what the last part said?
It says, which had been so long without fruit shall be declared.
Yeah, which had been so long without fruit. So over that period of 350, roughly 400 years of slavery, we are seeing the truth be declared, right? And if it was so long, bro, so long a time period that it was just null and void, you know. But now it's being declared, man. All right, these prophecies are coming to pass now, you know. So set your affairs in order, man. Get your mind right. Gird up your loins. Repent. Turn back into your power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, before it's too late. Because shit getting ready to hit the fan. Well, it's hitting the fan. It ain't getting ready to. It's hitting the fan, man.
It's about to stink. That's what's about to happen.
Yeah. You know how you horse playing and Jake got the fan on. I don't know if you ever got your head hit by the fan, brother. Hey, Jake playing around and you just in there wrestling and shit, and then you get thrown in the air and your fucking head hit the fan. Hey man, that's a different kind of pain.
It gets super serious.
It's a different kind of pain. That's when play fighting turn real. You see? But we about to see the play fighting turn to real fighting, man. You know? But go ahead, brother.
This is 2 Ezra 14 and verse 13.
Yeah.
It says, now therefore set down house in order, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and renounce corruption. Right? So just like what the brother was talking about, man, it says set your house in order, man, which is your spirit, man. Get your spirit right with the Lord. Right? Turn back to your power, man. Repent. Right? Because the times of Yahweh Shema Shai is at hand, man. The brother just brought out earlier that he said that the Lord is going to work a work. Well, he's working it, man. And it's overtime, man.
Where you at?
2 Ezra 14 and 13.
Okay.
And it also said what? It says, once you get your house in order, right, which is your spirit, it says reprove thy people. Like this brother was going into. Okay, getting out there to the highways and hedges, right? Basically earning your spot. And basically earning your spot in the kingdom of heaven if you be at that number, man. Right? Because you need what? Faith, and you need the works, man. Okay. And it also says comfort such of them as be in trouble, man. Walk to wisdom to those that are without, man. Giving these words, man. These words are comforting, man. Okay. When you look at how our people was downtrodden, okay, we was beat up on, okay, ultimately, the state of our people, man. Yeah, these scriptures, these words bring comfort, man, to know that Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna come and save us. Okay. And I want me to read the next verse.
Keep going to 16.
Okay, come. And it says, verse 14, it says, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature.
Right. It ain't the time to be fucking weak, man. Right? And you gotta say it like that. That's how Jake. He just said fucking on the camera. They preaching the Bible. Though I be rude in speech, not in knowledge, though. Right. And the times that we in, it's not the time to get weak, man. All right. You want to go back in the world, you want to do whatever you want to do, have these different avenues of things. Hey man, that's weak shit, man. You're supposed to be out here standing on 10 toes for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. If you behind the camera watching videos, hey man, get your ass out there to the block, man. Before it's too late. Give me Sirach 5 and 7. We're gonna end it on that. Because hey man, everybody out here playing, man. You guys really out here just like the brother say, you just cowards, man. You scared. The Lord ain't dealing with that weak, scared shit, man. He ain't give us a spirit of fear. That's why I said, to set your house in order. Like the brother said, start with your spirit, man. Set yourself in order. Gird up your own loins, right? And then it says what? Let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, and put off the weak nature, man. You know, keep going, brother.
Con, verse 15, and it says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee,
Mm-hmm.
and haste thee to flee from these times.
Mm-hmm.
For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
Yeah. We getting ready to see great. Hey, man, all the evils that's written about in the scriptures, all the different accounts of famine, destruction, the flood, all these different. Hey, man, like hey, it's a bloody book. But we getting ready to cover. We in a time that it's gonna cover the bloodiness of this book, man. And it's gonna give its own insight, its own detail on how bloody it's really gonna get. You know, and you're gonna read about it in the kingdom of heaven. You know, but that's cool. You can end it on that, bro.
Con.
Scratch that habit.
Yeah, Sirach 5 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
When you tarry, you do what? You wait. Oh, I'll go out there next week.
You procrastinate.
You know, that's the biggest demon Jake got, procrastinating, man. You know, it said make no tarrying because hey, the day you might want to go to the camp, you gonna go to the location, the spot, and then a decree done came out. You didn't even know, and we ain't going to teach no more.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about where we at, nigga.
You don't got nothing to city, nothing.
I don't got no words for you.
Yeah, our tongues gonna clear our mouths, bro.
Yeah.
When the Lord done talking, he done talking.
He done talking, brother.
Ain't, you know.
Like you read earlier, it's time for the Lord to work, man.
Yeah,
Hey, man, we tired of talking, man. You know, brothers really put these videos up and go out for other brothers, man. You know, put these, lessons up. Hey, man, that's for us, man. That's not for the world. Because we enduring with each other, admonishing each other, exhorting each other, man. You know, but go ahead, brother.
Con, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord and put not off from day to day.
Mm-hmm.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
Yeah, and thy security at the house chilling.
Yep.
Judah is a couch lying.
Man.
You see?
Bro, get the new job. You got your girl.
Yup.
Shit, you know. It's starting to look good and peachy, all peaches and cream.
Yep.
You about to get destroyed, man. Come on, bro.
We ain't never read that Matthew 24. You know?
Yeah, I forgot.
As in the days of Noah, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be.
Yep.
Everybody gonna be chilling,
Partying,
having a great time.
Yep.
Look at that. That's spirit. You know? I hope the camera picked that up.
Yep.
That's the spirit. You know, you got Jake ride past with the Shalagarosa, man. You know?
The cha-cha.
Doing the cha-cha and shit, the salsa. But when a missile's gonna hit you, you're gonna be doing a goddamn salsa, all right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when Esau come out with that with that DEW, you know. But that's pretty much it, man. Brothers got anything else?
That's it.
God, man. So Lord willing, this camp lesson was edifying. So with that, we're gonna give all praises, glory, infinite honors to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakakadash. No honors once again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And peace, blessings, and salutations be to the hopefully elect. Until the next time, say Shalom.
Shalom.
A Baba Ball.
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 Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom.